Hello, I'm Kieran, and today I'm going to be breaking down step by step the 12-step program of recovery. And today I'm going to start with the very first step on your journey, step one. Step one is the foundation step, and many believe it is the most important of all the steps. And if you do not fully concede and have a firm understanding of step one, you cannot honestly and efficiently work the rest of the steps. Step one is as follows. We admitted we are powerless over alcohol and that our lives have become unmanageable. I am powerless over alcohol, and my life became unmanageable. Say it with me. I am powerless over alcohol, and my life has become unmanageable. And it did. Let's face it, how many times did you get a sneaky shot in at the bar when you were buying around for the rest of the fellas? How many times have you watched your friend drink their drink way slower than you and just had a massive resentment towards them? I personally think that step one is one of the easiest steps to do, because all you need to do is admit that you are powerless over alcohol and that your life has become unmanageable. And ideally you want to do this with your sponsor or somebody else in the AA rooms, just so that it's out there in the universe. To put it bluntly, all you're doing is just admitting that you're fucked and that you cannot control yourself over drugs and alcohol. The worst thing about this is that your brain will constantly trick you into thinking that it is once again okay to use drugs or alcohol. It's the only disease that you can have that constantly tells you that you don't even have this disease to begin with. Even after my third trip to rehab, my brain once again convinced me that it was going to be okay to drink. The truth of the matter is that drugs and alcohol turned me from being a somewhat lovable, friendly rascal into an unbelievable asshole. And before you know it, you've ruined Christmas again. By the end of my using, I had burned all my bridges. I could barely hold down a job. I lost my girlfriend, lost my sick apartment. I was flat broke. I was living on an air mattress and squatting in an apartment in Brooklyn. And the craziest thing about an air mattress is that you don't realize it at the time, but that motherfucker is the best thing in your life. Because everything else around you is on fire. After a relapse, most addicts have to go back and revisit step one to reinforce the fact that they are powerless over alcohol and that their lives have once again become unmanageable. And to be honest with you, each one of my relapses was even more fierce than the one before. Admit you are powerless. I know it is a lot to ask to admit you're powerless, but once you free yourself of this delusion that you can safely use drugs and alcohol, you're one step closer to a life of peace and serenity. You have a whole new life ahead of you, dude. So once you make this leap and conquer step one, you will be one step closer to step two. If this video has helped you in any way whatsoever, please like and subscribe and join me back for an analysis of step two. I've been Kieran. Have a good night.